com. It is Sunday, back in the neighborhood, handing out flyers for Maria's open house. She has an open house here in Hawthorne. It is at, give me a second here. It's at 14504 Corridor. And Maria, spectacular agent, super agent, and I'm helping her out today, handing out all these flyers to the neighborhood homes because Maria believes people in the neighborhood should know about when a house is for sale. That way they'll tell all their friends and everybody that they live in a great neighborhood and a house in their neighborhood's for sale and they should come look at it. So that's what we're doing. Kind of just walking around and dropping out these flyers here. Yeah, I've been doing this for 2 weeks now. I haven't got attacked or assaulted yet by any pets or people or anything like that. So that's good so far. I'm trying to learn the rules about doing all this. I know you're not supposed to leave them in a mailbox because that's against the law, actually. You're not allowed to do that. Only mail is for mailboxes. So that's what that is. And walking around here, the city of Hawthorne, a little cool today, overcast. Not really a lot going on. It's a quiet, super quiet neighborhood. All these houses are really well maintained. Everybody keeps their lawns all nice and their front yards all nice as well. Don't really see a lot of things here. So the house for Maria is listed. It's at $899. It's in this spectacular quiet neighborhood, really close to SpaceX. Yeah, close to the water. You can see some seagulls once in a while and nice ocean breeze. Yep, pretty nice. And in Southern California, you know how housing prices are nuts in Southern California, and it's hard to find a house for under $1 million. And there's actually a house for under $1 million close to the beach, Southern California, close to SpaceX. Quiet neighborhood, very pretty. Everything's well maintained. So, hardest part for me is keeping track of where I've been, because I've been doing this for 2 weeks now, trying to cover all this area for Maria. Keeping track of all the houses I've been to, that's the hard part. So, let's see, I'll leave a right there. Maybe it'll stay right there. Oh boy, I'll just put it right here. Alright, on we go. So as I've been doing this walking for a couple weeks, I've been trying different things, do the zigzag method, right? Go across the street, then go across the street here, and just zigzag down the street. At the end, go hit another street. Or do I just go straight down this street, knock down all the stuff on this side, cross street, then knock down all the stuff on this side? So I don't know. If anyone's good at passing out flyers and stuff like that, let me know. What's your strategy? I figure out a strategy for passing out all these flyers here. Once again, anyone join us just right now, welcome. My name is Rob. I'm with mdpasadena.com. And the real person behind all the magic is Maria Dajkovic at mdpasadena.com. The MD, Maria Dajkovic, mdpasadena.com. She is a real estate agent and she does loans. And let me tell you folks, if she can't get you a loan or get you what you need, you probably ain't going to get it, because this woman is very creative and very good when it comes to loans. So if you need it, she'll get it. Betcha. All right, here we go, walking down the street. Once again, we're in Hawthorne, California. A little bit of an overcast day today. nice and cool though. Probably about 70. I had to wear a little coat today. It's okay. Hey everybody, Caden, how's it going? Leah, how's it going? Sub me, please. Think about that one. And here we go. Aloha, Hawaii, the Diabatos. Yeah. I was here yesterday and a little bit warmer. And everybody has their doors open, windows open, beautiful breeze. Just really nice, really quiet. And it's funny, on some neighborhoods, you'll be driving down main streets and thoroughfares and there'll be a bunch of older buildings, and maybe the buildings aren't as nice as they could be or whatever. And then you come back into some of the neighborhoods and they're just spectacular. The street is one thing, main streets, businesses are one thing, but man, you come back to some of these streets and very beautiful, very quiet, like a whole nother world, just off the beaten path. It's kind of cool. I mean, look at these pretty houses, right? Everyone keeps their house really nice. Just really, really nice. Get some little fairy tale, little magical fairy tale type deal. Like it a lot. Wonderful. So. But we're just walking down the street, handing out flyers, doing my thing here for Maria. Maria's the brains behind everything. I'm the free labor. So we're just walking, doing our thing, trying to build something that's going to be really great. Maria worked for a big Fortune 500 company. She was very successful in her company. Always the top achiever, always the top performer. And now she's branched out on her own these last couple of years. And things are starting to take off, even though the market's not that great. You just never know. The real estate market is pretty slow with interest rates and stuff. But I'll tell you, there's a good strategy, and people have been saying this, even though when interest rates do come down, prices go up. So a really good strategy would be to buy now. Well, the interest rates aren't exactly the lowest they've ever been, but there are those that say the interest rates will come down. And what kind of good position would that be, right? You got yourself a house at a pretty decent price. Interest rates are financing this, at what? I think it's a little under 6% interest rate right now. A little bit, 2 years, sit on it for 2 years, interest rate comes down, guess what? You bought a house for a lower price, and now you refinance for a lower rate. It's pretty neat. Because I'll tell you, when these interest rates come down, you're not going to find a house close to the beach like this property for under $1 million. So, well, in Southern California, you're not going to find anything for under $1 million this close to the beach, especially a freestanding separate house. Probably find condos and things like that, but nothing like this. Nice, pretty quiet street. And let's see. Look at these sea-doos right here. Pretty neat. So I put a lot of my flyers I just put on chairs and things like that out of people's way. So, this guy's doing his gardening down here. This person's probably doing like a delivery of some sort. So, Ubering it. Yep. It's Ubering it. Oh, look at this nice Porsche right here. Pretty nice. Uh-oh. I'm getting texts and stuff, but nice, pretty day. A little overcast, a little cool, but still a wonderful day. Sorry about you East Coasters that are having weather issues right now. We're we're kind of cold ourselves, so hey, we're with you, kind of. Maybe not all the way. So, but there's that. So I started off with 50 flyers today. I'm going to try to do 50 houses. If I can. Whew. Uh-oh. Almost missed a spot. Angels are welcome. Well, thank you. I could be an angel if I wanted to. Nobody laugh at me. All right. Here we go. Keep walking. I'm going to take a shortcut here. So, once again, we're in Hawthorne. Maria Dajkovic at MD Pasadena is having an open house. And I'm out here passing out flyers in the neighborhood because Maria says everyone in the neighborhood should know that you're selling a house in case they know someone that might be wanting to buy a house. And if you're looking to buy a house, contact Maria at mdpasadena.com and she will definitely hook you up. But you might be saying, oh no, uh-oh, she's texting me.
Hi, you are currently being recorded.
Oh, I'm currently being recorded. So anyway, you might be saying, why would I buy a house? Interest rates are really high right now. Well, you're kind of right. They're not really high, but they are a little there. But I'll tell you something. The minute these interest rates start hitting 3, 4, even 5%, house prices are going to go up. So a good strategy, of course, would be to buy now. While the housing market's settled, people are willing to deal, people are willing to bend a little bit, right? Sellers are really flexible right now. Negotiate a little bit on the price, come down a little bit on the price, hang on to this interest rate for maybe a couple of years, 24 months, and then interest rates come down, guess what? Refinance at a lower interest rate. Now you've just done yourself a good double whammy. So that's a good strategy, I really think. See, I don't know how many flowers I got left or I'll even make it. The flowers I have left, but we'll try. Might run out of flowers before I finish the street up. I finished one side. And no one's helped me with this yet, but yesterday when I did this, I went to that house. We'll just say went to this house, and then I zigzagged across the street, and I just zigzagged. Every house, just zigzag, zigzag. That way I wouldn't have to walk back. But today I'm doing a different strategy. I'm going all the way up one row, one side of the street, then all the way back down the other side. See what works a little better. But I love the walk-in. My regular job is I am a railroad worker in my regular job. I do a lot of walk-in, so I'm pretty used to it. Yep. I don't know about this one. Kind of sketchy here, but give it a shot. It's for the most part, 99% of these houses are really pretty. I mean, they really are. People have a lot of pride in ownership here. Everything's nice and clean. Yard's nice and clean. Everything's trimmed up. And you have the, the 1%ers where maybe for some reason, maybe they don't have the ability to make sure the house is clean all the time. But for the most part, this place is nice. This area is really nice in Hawthorne. So, keeping the walking going here. Everybody here is, wow, where's the entrance to this house? Aha. Everybody here, I'd imagine, does some kind of work in aerospace because it's so close. It's so close to aerospace. SpaceX is literally like 2 miles from here. The beach is probably 3 or 4 miles from here. And LAX is what, 10, 15 minutes from here. Hawthorne Airport's really close by. So it's a really nice center. There's a big mall, big complex area. Lots of entertainment, parks, a whole bunch of good stuff. In fact, we ran into a couple that commute a lot, and I think they've been commuting from a long distance. And they have family out here in Hawthorne. They came to visit and see the property, and I could tell they're thinking about maybe moving back closer because living far away from your job is got to be a rough. I mean, I did it for years. You know, I lived in about an hour and 10 minutes away from my current job. Holy moly, go this town. So I'm walking up to this house, and it has these high-pitched sounds, and I know what that is. See that thing right there? That's to keep away the animals, because cats can be a real pain in the you know what. I'm telling you. We had a cat problem in our neighborhood. This thing was just spraying all over the place, so we had to take measures like that. Shoot, I was about to get a dog or something to try to get rid of these cats. I wonder if I could have rented a dog, but anyway, I'm gonna take a little pause here and put the camera away. I'm gonna talk to somebody. How's it going, man? Hey, I'm just running around. We're selling a house down the street. If you're interested, maybe you know maybe you know people or family that want to move to the area.
No.
But it's right here in Cordery. We have an open house today.
How much you ask for?
Oh, right there, $8.99 at the top, right here, right there.
Oh.
Hey. And we have an open house today, so if you'd like to take a look, swing on by, walk on by. Have a good day.
Thank you. You too.
Alrighty. So I'm not the very big talker here because I have to keep my mouth shut on a lot of this stuff because I'm not the real estate agent, and I don't want to say much to get myself into trouble here. So Maria's the talker, I'm the walker. Hey, that's a good one, right? She's the talker, I'm the walker. So he's looking at it, he's checking it out, reading it up. So, yep, and I don't mind doing the walking. You know, I don't mind when someone's really good at their business. When someone does, hi, Tigans Mendoza. When someone's really good at a job or someone's really good at something, just let them do it. You know what I'm saying? I'm not going to try to get in anybody's way if they're doing a good job doing something. Maria's really successful. She knows what she's doing. And I'm good at walking. I'm good at handing out flyers. So that's what I'll do. I'm good at computer stuff. AI is really my thing, I'll tell you that. I know a lot of people use AI. I should say a lot of people underuse AI for things. I mean, questions like, you know, what pants look better, dark pants or lighter pants and things like that. But I'll tell you, I don't know how everyone approaches AI, but I'll tell you, the way I look at AI is, if some of you are old enough to remember cell phones, right? Some of you remember cell phones when they first came out. Only rich people could afford cell phones, right? And we're like, you know, that's the coolest thing I've ever seen. They're cell phones, blah, blah, blah. You know, we use them now to look at like things that maybe, I don't know, we look at dogs biting stuff and, you know, people falling off skateboards and things like that. But back in the day, phones were really used for business, you know. And if you were fortunate enough or you had enough money to get a cell phone, you used it for business, right? And you were the first ones to know when the deals are happening. If you're a stock market guy, you knew the market's happening. You can call someone, hey, what's going on with the stock market price, blah, blah, blah. You would basically have a move ahead of everybody. You would have a leg up on everybody back then. And I think that's what AI is going to be. Those of us that are embracing AI should really embrace it. I mean, be the guy with the leg up, right? Be the guy who's in on it before everybody else. You know, I use if you go to actually, if you're on this site, this YouTube, MD Pasadena, you'll see a lot of my AI twins. Maria has an AI twin. And I always put AI Maria in different situations. Like she'll be in space doing a spacewalk, or she'll be a mermaid under the sea. During the holidays, she's riding the sleigh with Santa Claus and talking about her business. During Thanksgiving, she was a pilgrim, and the turkeys were mad at her and clucking her and trying to attack her. So it really helps with the business. And unfortunately, it's taken away from a lot of businesses. Personally, Maria, I want to say Maria about 3 years ago went to do a photo shoot, and the person charged her, you know, a couple $100 for the photo shoot. The photos were okay. They were pretty good, but man, nowadays you just take a photo of yourself, put it through those filters, the AI enhancers. Now she looks like a supermodel. Well, she is. She's a very pretty woman, but man, this AI stuff just takes people out of business, right? We don't need a photo person anymore. We don't need a professional photo shoot. My AI twin, Maria's AI twin, set design, man, Maria MD or Maria in space. Can you imagine what that would have took 5 years ago, right? A whole crew, all kinds of setups and all kinds of like backgrounds and things like that. Now it's just a computer move and processing. And I made a production that would probably cost several $1,000s as little as 2 years ago. Now I made it on my computer, and it looks great. It's awesome. And that's my hobby, you know. AI, I'm really getting into AI, trying to use it for good, for positive. So I think I finished my block. Hey, I finished my block, and let me go walk on the other side. Where the heck am I? I don't know. Maybe I'll just go walk this side of the street. See, did I put flyers over there? Oh no, I didn't do that over there, did I? Let me see. Oh yeah, okay. I think I have enough for this block right now. Once again, I'm Rob with MDPasadena.com. Maria, my significant, Maria Dajkovic, MD at MDPasadena.com, is a realtor and a loan agent, and we have an open house here in Hawthorne at 14504 Corridary. We're here for a couple more hours, and I love it. You know, maybe because I'm new at it. You know, it's all new and adventurous. But Maria's like, I want to go home. You know, she's been on it for a while. She's been doing this for a lot of years. And I myself, I'm a railroad worker, right? And everyone always tells me, oh my God, you work for the railroad? That must be so cool. Yeah, I tried doing it for 20 years. You know, work is work, I'll tell you. So, anywho, work is work. But it's new to me, and I like it. I like just the walking and the talking, being able to do these lives with you guys, and but it's fun. You get to see different neighborhoods, get to do different things. Yep. And I try to do little improvements as I go along here. Look at this, guys. This American flag is down on the ground. Let me put that American flag back up in the air like that. There we go. See? There you go. Put the flag back up there. Now me, I'm not a political person, but I'll tell you, you know, it's the greatest country in the world you can live in. It really is. You know, no other place in the world can you talk down about your government or protest your government or protest against other people and have the freedom to do that, you know? Imagine being in a place where you even talk about the government, you're in jail, you disappear, your whole family is gone just because you have an opinion. Yep. So, however your feelings are, America's climate, stuff like that, and how things are going, It's understandable. I think everybody has different goals in life and wants to see different things. But great country to live in. Being able to do what you want. Huh? Being able to do what you want is a big thing. You know? It really is. Beautiful day. Nice breeze. Need a little bit of I had to wear a light coat though, but that's okay. So, walking around. Everybody's quiet. It's a good mix of culture here, you know. Some neighborhoods that are pretty exclusive with something or another, but from what I've seen, it's a great crowd. Everybody seems to be living in harmony and happiness and all that stuff. So here's a guy that let's see. How's it going? Hey, I'm just handing out flyers. We're selling the house down in the neighborhood.
Oh, cool.
And if you know anyone that might want to, thinking about it,
Cool.
give us
Thank
that.
you.
Thanks, buddy. Appreciate it. So once again, I don't do very much talking because I'm not the real estate agent. Maria handles all that stuff. I'm the labor. And I don't mind being the labor because Maria's very, very good at her job. She does a very good job. So let the professionals handle the professional work, right? And we'll do whatever we can to help make Maria successful. Yep. Let's see. Where am I on flyers here? Hey, this might work out just perfect. You know, I see a ton around here is Teslas. A ton of Teslas. And I'll tell you why, because they probably all work at SpaceX, which is not too far down here. And however you feel about the owner of SpaceX, I think the company's done a lot for America, you know? Not just in cars, but I think they're like space flight, you know? Just a private company, you know, going to space. I mean, I don't have a lot to complain about the United States, but government in general, whew, man, you need anything done, it'll take 1,000,000 years, right? Go to the DMV, stand in a 1,000,000-year line. You try to do anything online with the government, take forever. And I think the government takes forever on a lot of stuff, especially they probably like delaying space flight, not delaying it, but a lot of politics on just going up in space, you know, and this private company can just bypass all that, right? They don't have any red tape. This guy says, hey, guess what? I want to go to Mars. We're going to Mars. That's it. Done. Pretty neat. Yep. And I have myself had a Tesla, and I'll tell you what I miss. Whew, full self-driving, folks. I know it sounds scary, but imagine, right? Especially if you live in an area that you have to deal with traffic. I literally get in my car, put in my address, and then that's it. Just takes me there. I could just sit there as a passenger, and this car literally drives me to where I need to go. Stop lights, stop signs, right turn, left turn, freeway on ramp, changing lanes, you name it. It's scary at first, I'll tell you that. Having no control, right? But after a while, you start to realize that, dang man, this car drives better than me sometimes, you know? Once in a while. So I've done passing out all my stuff. And I got about 3 flyers left. It's okay, so. There's the killer attack dog that tried to get me last time. Now, I know Teslas aren't for everybody. I myself do like a good F-150, right? Nice looking truck. Oh, there goes that car. Look at this place. Yes, I'm just walking by. Found them out there. Yep. I do like a gas guzzler here and there. You know, fuel car. Look at that old Mustang right there. Isn't that awesome? But something to said about an electric car that you don't have to do anything, right? You just get in it, go. And think about it. And I had a Tesla. It's actually a really nice car. I wish the ride could be better in the Model Y, but that'd be the only complaint I have about it, really. The ride is kind of bumpy. But man, that self-driving makes up for it. I tell you, I wish a lot of these car companies, I'd get a BMW or a Mercedes if they had full self-driving. I really would. Even a GM if they had full self-driving. But it's funny, like I just talked about the government and how they have, they're slow and stuff. But these big three automakers, they just don't want to change, right? They don't want to change. Why? If you're making money, why change, right? Ah, boy. Oh well. What are you gonna do? So I'm all done passing out flyers. I'm heading back to our open house, which is down the street to the left. And once again, we are in Hawthorne. I'm Rob with mdpasadena.com. And the big boss of the show is Maria Dajkovic at mdpasadena.com. Maria Dajkovic, the MD at mdpasadena.com. She is the superstar agent. She is the superstar loan agent. And I'll tell you folks, if you're in Southern California and you need a loan, home loan, not just any kind of loan, and you don't think you qualify for a home loan, talk to Maria, because she makes things happen. I've seen situations where families like, we tried everything, boom, Maria sets you up. Yep. And don't worry about high interest rates right now. Best thing to do is to probably buy a home now while prices are stable-ish for Southern California. Because when these interest rates come down, folks, when these interest rates come down, these housing prices are going to go up. Not many places with this nice of a neighborhood, right? Pretty neighborhood, under $1 million home. Close to the beach, close to SpaceX, close to LAX, close to beautiful mall, parks, beaches, you name it. Isn't this nice? They do such a nice job here. So yesterday's live was about 35 minutes. Coming up on 33 minutes now. And here we come up to the house that we are selling at 14504 Corridary, City of Hawthorne. And here we are, walking up. You guys want to take a quick look at the front of the house here for you real quick. So, of course, this is me right here, see? Walking around doing all this. And then here is Maria. You could tell who's the beauty in this and who's the beast, right? Me being the beast, she's the beauty. So, all right, so here's the house. Everybody, thank you for spending a little bit of time with me. And if there's any questions, contact Maria Dajkovic. There she is. You want to know all about this house? Find all about it. So you guys have a good one.